Hey everyone, today we're back.
I'll be on a flight soon to the end. I'm singing, ooh. Gotta know this propaganda. How do you do?
Whoa, I don't know what happened there, but yeah, we're back in the weekly pack. Let's just ignore what happened and move on. Today's video is all about 5 of a kinds. It's a 5 of a kind extravaganza. Like I said, we're in the weekly pack, this weekly pack. If you didn't see my previous video, which I believe might have just been yesterday, it's all about the lucky cat and the pug, utilizing those stats, that gold generation every turn, and eventually utilizing that to pivot your team into your heart's desire. You can essentially do anything you want, especially with the hammerhead shark. You kind of transition into that, keep the gold generation going as you pivot into the meta pets, the meta scalers, and whatever you want. So here we are. I kind of planted some seeds in the previous videos of like, if there were 5 of a kinds, guess which pets it would be. And yeah, we're gonna start with one of the simpler ones, starting here just because it's probably the shortest run. It's just kind of a fluid, smooth run, and it's something enjoyable. One of my most viewed videos is actually the barnacle, my first 5 of a kind barnacle video, and it's funny because essentially the pet prevents you from playing the game. You know, you get 5 barnacles on your team, you can't roll, you can't really do anything except buy whatever shows up in the shop at the start of the turn, if you even can. Because obviously you can't buy anything from the pet shop, you just got a bunch of level 3 barnacles on your team. So this is kind of similar in that we're going to mess with the caterpillar, and the caterpillar is one of the most devastating pets in this weekly pack, or I should say the butterfly. Once it's level 3 caterpillar, transitions into a butterfly, I should say transforms into a butterfly, and copies the stats of the highest statted pet. And yeah, I've seen a lot of level 3 caterpillars in the very back line of teams, and there's just no matching that unless you have like a Namazu getting a big golden retriever. Typically your big unit's going to be towards the front of your team. So yeah, it gets pretty tough. So here we are, turn 5, we can level up into the caterpillar. Look at this. I bought the caterpillar. I am considering selling the caterpillar for the llama. That's funny. That shows you that this is still kind of one of the earlier, maybe middle of my session runs. You can tell as I play the weekly, kind of the way I change it plays, the things I look for change. And you'll see more because I have at least 1, maybe 2 more videos coming on this week. I've done a lot of different things. My next video is going to be a celebration, finally, or I should say a partial or a continuation of the celebration of me receiving the grounded seal of approval. It received an approval for a team that utilized mana, trumpets, strawberries, and you can kind of do that in this week. You can do it in a couple different ways. One, there's the Namazu, of course, converts the mana into trumpets, and then of course there's just cherry. There's plenty of mana pets, and yeah, there's some strawberry action as well you can get going. So really cool that you can utilize all of them. So I kind of just you know, took a bunch of those clips that didn't fit with the theme of this video or the previous one, and gonna make a video that's kind of like an ode to grounded / celebration of the seal of approval. So pretty excited for that. And check this out, turn 7, I have a level 2 caterpillar, level 1 caterpillar. I did not find the lucky cats, it looks like, and I leveled up into moose. So I don't have much going on the team, but leveling up into moose is one of the greatest things you can get on turn 7. You'll see that actually in the final bonus clip with the music is going to be my 5 of a kind moose attempt. There should be timestamps on all these, so you can skip to whatever 5 of a kind you want to see. All the clips from that little intro are going to be in the bonus. I actually got multiple 5 of a kind caterpillars, multiple 5 of a kind Jersey Devils, multiple 5 of a kind moose runs. So I'm just kind of picking and choosing the best ones. My Jersey Devil run had to be recorded in replays because I actually messed up the recording. It's the first time I've done that in a very long time. So luckily not much harm, not much foul done there. We have the moose. We had it for, I think, a turn, and it's gone. And it's gone. So now we are left with our Thunderbird Pug combo with a bunch of caterpillars that aren't doing much for us behind. The good thing is we have 4 hearts. I think because we have 4 hearts, I was like thinking, okay, well, let's just lose some hearts while we build up these caterpillars to level 3. And then, yeah, nobody should be able to match us because they're going to have 1 or 2 big units and we're just going to match the strength of their biggest unit. So I thought it was really cool. And if you did pay attention to that intro clip, I kind of showed like the glory moment of the run. I typically avoid giving big spoilers at the beginning of these videos, but sometimes when I do those little compilations, I can't help myself. So this whole caterpillar thing is gonna culminate to a very, very glorious moment. And a couple great battles, but one in particular that kind of hits the point home. Yeah, sometimes when I do this, I feel so bad, but when you get a 5 of a kind, it feels good. Shout out Flame96, the master of the 5 of a kinds. Every single time I go for a 5 of a kind, I ask myself, what would Flame do in this situation? How would Flame approach this? And it's I channel my inner Flame to get it done. And every time I do, I'm like, I bet I just made Flame proud. Let's go. So it's really funny the like internal dialogue you have while going at these. And look at the Jersey Devils. Oh, the big problem with the Jersey Devil 5 of a kind is you get the whole setup to sell all your level 3 pets. But the problem is finding Jersey Devils. A lot of times you're rolling for Jersey Devils and other people have already found their green dragons, have already found their moose, have already found their starfish and did their pivots. So what I found out was with the Jersey Devil, you need to do a starfish pivot into the Jersey Devils to get some initial stats on them. It's very tough. It all has to work out perfect. The Jersey Devil is really not that viable this week. Very hard to get going. It's much easier just to starfish pivot into the units you want, skip the Jersey Devil altogether. But I was stubborn at a certain point. I was like, we got to get this done. And look at this. Here is the moment we sell the team. And yeah, we have 2 level 3s. Check that. We're throwing a chocolate. We have 3 level 3s. Utilizing the alpaca to kind of get ahead on this 4th caterpillar, I was really excited about. I was like, okay, this is the chance if anything, because the fact that we have 3 level 3 caterpillars on turn 11 here, when we made the pivot, I think we can win this turn. Typically when you make this pivot, you're going to lose the turn, and look at that. They have a stego. We get the stego stats, and yeah, we are already making a complete mockery out of the lobby. The first turn we make the pivot. It kind of hurts, but it also feels good. Very mixed emotions with some of these runs. And in comes a tomato. The tomatoes are so devastating. I failed to realize, like, I guess I've realized multiple times and I always default back to, I assume tomatoes 8 damage. It's 10 damage, which in my mind makes a big difference. That's a lot of damage. 8 damage is pretty good as well. But yeah, the fact that they buffed the tomato at a certain point, kind of a game changer to me. And I've had videos on the tomato too. I think they were 10 damage at the time. I don't quite remember. Did that somewhat recently. Shout out to, oh, what was it? It was a Panther tomato team. Seagull tardigrade tomato. Panther tomato. Some of that action. Rapid fire tomatoes. Working our way to another caterpillar, and look at this. We're actually forcing a stego buff onto our untransformed caterpillar. Just absolutely hammering the point home that there's no way you're going to beat this team. I want to keep these 2 hearts the whole way through. Now we have the other level 3 caterpillar. I don't know what in the world I'm thinking about here. Of course you throw that chocolate. And look at that. We get not 1 but 2 more caterpillars. And at this point, it's kind of like the barnacle. There's really not much we can do on the team. The only things we can do is level this caterpillar and put equipment, aka tomatoes, onto our caterpillars that don't have tomatoes. So it all looks good. And yeah, we're still winning. I don't want to necessarily draw, but drawing's not the worst thing in the world. The only scary thing about drawing and going later is you could run into like a full coconut scaled team. And even though you're copying their strongest unit, typically they're going to have, 3 or 4 fully scaled units with coconut. So you're going to lose those trades. And look at this. Teams are getting scary. That person probably had an early moose and has just been going crazy with it. But absolutely no match for the caterpillars. And look at this. Just like that. Almost. Are we going to get it? Give me a chocolate. No chocolate, unfortunately. I think I was thinking about throwing some cotton candy. Potentially to, like, block some start of battle snipes or something. I don't know necessarily if there is start of battle snipes. I know there's, like, obviously the tomatoes and whatnot. Oh, here you go. Here's the coconuts. Oh my gosh, look at that. 50-50. They have the back Therizinosaurus. Looks like they flipped a couple of their stegos. Those stegos look like they're ready to combine if they're planning on doing that. And speaking of the moose 5 of a kind, the reason I went for it, it was actually the last 5 of a kind I got. Multiple moose work together. That shouldn't be the case, right? Like multiple ostrich do not work together. Multiple moose work together. It's completely broken. I had multiple custom pack videos recently where I used moose to scale health using the Bongai cardinal fish to reduce the attack of everybody. You get like a giant tortoise on your team that can go to 100 health. So the moose just scales it like crazy. And I was really struggling to get it going because I was trying to do one moose. And it just wasn't happening. So hold up. Let's check out this battle. 30-32 on the Namazu. Or no, 37-25. No, we copied the Namazu. Not the Andrew Sarkis. Andrew Sarchis. Such a funny pet name. And that's a big old golden retriever. Are we actually going to lose a heart here? Wow, look at that. When we're on 9 trophies, we go down to 1 heart. It is absolutely terrifying. And there's really only one thing to do on this team. And that is go for the symmetry. Unfortunately, we have a little bit of stats on our back line. It would have been cool if everything was a 6-6 base stat line. But we got all level 3 caterpillars, all tomatoes. And look at this. This poor team. They have a level 3 stego force buffing this bat. They have 150-50. All their other pets are just really struggling. This crane concept, the high health team with the crane, was exactly what I was going for with my 5 of a kind crane. And it worked very, very well to a certain point, right? So let's hop into the next one. I'm going to show these runs kind of at the culmination point of the pivot. So we're ready to pivot here. We're taking our turn 9, turn 10 level ups. It looks like we froze an alpaca from the previous turn. We already have a winter spirit on the team. I'm not sure at this point if I know that I'm going for 5 of a kind, right? I don't know. Am I going to just level up this pug? Probably. I assume I would. But maybe not. Maybe I'm just going to commit. I should sell the pug, put the alpaca in, take the winter spirit alpaca buff, take my winter spirit level up, see what I get next. Lucky cat also makes sense. Just rip the chocolate first. Why not? It's funny just seeing me like stare at the screen. You can tell I'm just like, what in the world do I do here? It's because I really don't have a plan. I don't have a plan at this point. So I would assume what I'm looking for with this winter spirit is I probably want to find some Auk loots. I wanted to go like a multiple winter spirit Auk loot team. Thought that was really cool. Kind of a thematic team where you have the mana, you have the Auk loots buffing from behind, and you can kind of get this winter spirit Auk loot chain. Like 2 Auk loots, 1 winter spirit, 2 Auk loots, 1 winter spirit. Wait, that's 6 pets. You can't have that. You know what I'm saying. And yeah, here comes the chain. In comes the alpaca. We take the level up. We have a ton of gold. There's the Auk loot. We skip it. So immediately I'm like, okay, 5 of a kind. Now I remember. I didn't recognize the Auk loot winter spirit line until I was kind of done with the 5 of kinds. And I was thinking, what else could I do in this pack? So I definitely spammed this to the ground. At a certain point, I was just looking for something else to do. It's pretty funny when it gets to that point. And look at this. We are going for level 3 dragon right out of the gate. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Just straight to level 3 dragon. I rarely do that, but we have 3 hearts, and it's only turn 11. Turn 11, almost level 3 dragon. Haven't even used it yet. Yeah, it's pretty scary. Pretty scary. Yeah, I'm so concerned with team order. Things get out of control in this pack very quickly. we're going to rapid fire some battles here. We're going to speed things up a little bit here. Sorry for that being a little bit slow, but yeah, I'd like to show the important parts, and it's always a good reminder to slow down when you get to these points in the run, because you spend so much time spamming games and working up to a certain point, and when you recognize you have something great potentially, like the level 2 alpaca, then you can you can make something happen, but one little mistake could cost you. And look at this, we have a level 3 dragon and a level 2 dragon. There's another winter spirit with 5 trophies, 2 hearts. I assume I'm just going to stack that one and go for another level 2. It's kind of funny going double dragon with 2... Oh, look at that. We sold the level 2 dragon. We kept the other winter spirit. That is insane. We leveled a separate green dragon to level 2. Used it for like a turn, maybe? Maybe 2 turns? I don't even think so. And then just got rid of it. We're just like, nah, we're good. We used you. That's all we needed. Oh, so yeah, we reached 50-50 on our big guys. There's no point to really spam green dragon to the ground. Let's see what we do. Let's see what we do here. Back in the shop phase. No equipment on anything. I could easily start throwing tomatoes, but we're at 9 trophies, 2 hearts. Of course, you know, we are hard rolling until we find the winter spirit. I want to keep that level 2 towards the back. So I move one up. I want to utilize all that mana from the level 2. Hoping the trades just kind of work out here. And yeah, might as well just go for another level on the back one. I think the mana, more than anything, is going to win this 5 of a kind for us over having like tomatoes. You know, the mana snipes, especially with the winter spirit, they're so out of control. Look at this. We have 25, 18, 25. I mean, we have 68 snipe damage sitting right here. It's just ridiculous. That's over a 50-50 unit. So yeah, it's really fun when it gets to this point. You get to kind of see the team out. You could see I slow the battle down and I just kind of let it ride out to a certain point because I know this is it. We've done it. 20 mana in the tank. We have 10 health remaining. We get it done. That was one of the most satisfying ones for me. Obviously, Caterpillar, easy. Kind of relatively easy. Moose you're going to see in the final. Moose is a complete joke. If you want to get 5 of a kind Moose, that's like the easiest one ever, especially in this weekly. Jersey Devil. Now here's one that I am proud of. This one was rather difficult. So let's see how it works out. You see the starfish pivot right away. We're in the replay mode, so things are going pretty quick here. Thankfully, it's a good change of pace from what we've been doing. I don't change the speed of my clips too often. It's kind of very cumbersome in the editing, so it is what it is. We're here to vibe out anyway. If you made it this far, you're here to vibe out, right? We're not stressing out about things. It's a silly little pet game in the end, right? And yeah, just take the chocolates because that's all that showed up. I did this probably 5-6 times of like getting to the point of pivoting the Jersey Devils on my team and hard rolling for more. And I realized at a certain point, you got to take the chocolates, but then it gets to a point you stop taking chocolates and you got to hard roll for the Jersey Devils. So I'm very surprised I even took that chocolate. I thought that was going to be the point where I stopped taking them. So it looks like I'll probably take one more chocolate because you can level up in a Jersey Devil too, right? And there's the Jersey Devil. It shows up and I'm getting greedy. I'm like, okay, if we can get this level and I mess up there, I stack it. I should have sold, you see my mouse, I'm going crazy right now. I should have sold the starfish, placed the Jersey Devil separate, then stacked it. I would have gotten a little bit of stats, I think. Maybe 2 plus 2 to plus 5 in stats. And look at the final battle. This poor team. They have 1 heart, we have 4 hearts. Very weird matchmaking. Very, very weird. I had so many bonus clips for this 5 of a kind. I just decided to highlight the winning runs here. I was going to put like I usually do, kind of like the pains of going through these grinds and like some of the losing runs and how devastating they were. But yeah, I feel like I'm a broken record at a certain point with the losing runs. So let's get into this crane 5 of a kind. This was one I did not expect at all. And it's once I got a few 5 of a kinds under my belt and I recognized the power of the moose. Obviously, I don't think I recognize the power of separate moose because I still am only running 1 at this point. But the crane moose combo, you go high health cranes, Oh, I'm actually throwing this turn. That's hilarious. So I didn't find the crane. I think I was rolling for it. I didn't find it, so I want to just throw. I want to get 5-of-a-kind crane. I was hoping we were going to see the action in this battle out. I guess we'll see it when we finally go for the final round. A lot of consideration going into throwing here. It's very admirable, I will say. It's very respectable. I'm trying very, very hard to lose this turn, and as soon as you see the 50 golden retriever, the 50 trumpets, you know, all right, that's an easy loss. Good matchup there. Thankfully, we didn't face that on our Jersey Devil team. Gosh, that team would have been a nightmare. I wonder if we would have lost that one. Would those Chimeras could have chipped through our Jersey Devils? I don't know. It would have been close. We had no equipment on them. And look at this, just hard rolling. It gets to a certain point when you roll. I recognize, you know, if we have 1 gold left and we roll into it, yeah, we could sell the moose and buy it, but at a certain point you gotta start freezing the tier 1s. You want to just keep buffing the team. We do have the Heart to spare, so no harm, no foul. And it's another loss because of the Winter Spirit mana. Gosh, that mana is so good. And we're going to ride off into the sunset pretty quickly after this runs over. So we're going to have a little clip showing just kind of the finish of my 5-of-a-kind Therizinosaurus attempt. And then we're going to ride straight into the 5-of-a-kind moose attempt. And if you haven't seen separate mooses working in action, check it out, skip through it. Oh my gosh, it is out of control, so broken. I really hope it doesn't catch on. I was even hesitant to really talk about it too much, but that's why I'm talking about it kind of later in the video. So yeah, you see here, unfortunately we didn't get the crane, so I just changed the order to what kind of carried me throughout the whole run. And it's a pretty good team setup. Kind of like that crane team we beat though, not a lot of attack, and look what we run into. Just an absolute joke. It's just not even close as far as the matchup. We had 0 chance, so if you hung around this long, I really do appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. As always, have a fantastic day. We'll catch you in the next one.
My head in my hands, listen up, says my teacher. In front of the class, he says if you're not a believer, I'll love you, I was that's on you. Better shape up and pay your dues. I'll love you, I was that's on you. I'll be on a flight soon to the end. I'm singing, ooh. Gotta know all this propaganda. How do you do? Better get it with my own medicine for you. I'm never gonna make them think I'll stand there. For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. Hand I John, all I lose. Don't mind if I do. For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. Hand I John, all I lose. Don't mind if I do. Free as the wind and as strong as a piece of amber. Give me a breath like the fire you'll soon remember. Ooh. I'll be on a fleet soon to the end. I'm singing, ooh. Gotta know all this propaganda. How do you do? For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. Hand like John, all I lose. Don't mind if I do. For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. Hand like John, all I lose. Don't mind if I do.
Something tells me I've been here before. Don't wanna draw any attention to all the crazy things that I shouldn't mention. Not really sure, but it feels like my feet are glued to